Hey there, folks. My name is Clunky. I'm standing on top of the giant edifice I call Club Penguin that you may be watching me build. And I have another project I wanted to start today, and that project is teaching newer players, people who are just starting, how to start this game. Because at the very beginning of this game, it can be you can really sort of think of the game isn't that much fun because you're going to be spending a lot of time grinding, a lot of time taming stuff or running from stuff. I thought I would help you along the way and give you a path to growth that is a little easier. It's a little bit higher risk than some other paths you could take, but it's a little bit higher reward as well. You'll level up a little faster, and you'll get certain items a little quicker. The videos will be short if I can help it. The first one's going to be long because I honestly can't help it. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. Probably about 15-20 minutes for the first one and editing a lot of stuff out that I did. And I'm going to start right from the start of the game. I'm going to show you where to spawn, how to create a character, the whole nine. And I think we'll start that, I don't know, let's say now. So you've picked a server, you're getting ready to play with some friends or single player, and you're staring at this map in front of you. You'll notice on the right side there are choices of spawn region. East Zone 1, East Zone 2, East Zone 3, etc. Let's go through these and let me tell you whether they're good or not, because your danger starts now. East Zone 1. This is the middle of a swamp. Do not spawn here. East Zone 2. This is the middle of a swamp. Do not spawn here. East Zone 3. This is an area full of dinosaurs that will hurt you. Please don't spawn here. North Zone 1. This mountain holds gigantosauruses and other nasty nasties. Do not spawn here. North Zone 2. One of the safest zones to spawn on the map. North Zone 3. You're right near a mountain. A lot of raptors. A lot of things that can walk down the mountain and kill you. Not the best point to spawn. South Zone 1. This is a safe point to spawn. South Zone 2. This area is safe except for there's a lot of piranhas and there are sarcos. I wouldn't choose it personally. South Zone 3. I believe this is still safe. There might be swamp here. I wouldn't choose it. West Zone 1. This is a wonderfully safe place to spawn. You can't really go up this river. You'll die up the river. But this little area right here is really very safe. West Zone 2, again, really safe spot to spawn. West Zone 3, this area looks safe on the face of it, but really isn't. There's a swamp just inland, and up north of here is very cold. This piece of land looks really safe when you start on it, but I've seen alpha raptors, I've seen T-Rexes, all sort of nasty stuff on this spike of land. To recap, North Zone 2, safe. West Zone 2, safe. West Zone 1 safe. Everywhere else, less safe. Hey gang, so I'm about to start a new solo player world. They've just decreased the damage and health of tame dinos by 85%. And I'm going to continue that into my single player game. I'm going to start new fresh game. I'm going to see if I can survive the settings as I have them. The difficulty level pushed all the way up. Taming speed up quite a bit. I'm going to push the taming speed up even faster. I've made changes to daytime and nighttime, and that is really it. Everything else is the same. Let's start. I like to make my guys look silly, so I did. I use Kroll because that's one of the names I usually start with. Kroll, Easter Bunny, Clunky. These are names I use. And I'm going to start North Zone 2 because, as I showed you earlier, it's one of the safer places to go. So, here we go. Now, I might die instantaneously if I don't shut up, so I'm going to do that right now. First thing you have to do when you come in, this is an awesome start. I came in a super safe place, so very first thing you gotta do is look around you when you come in. It's super important. You have to listen to the game sounds, like the sounds of the dinosaurs. You'll get to know different sounds means different dinos. Starting, I'd start picking berries. And the very first thing I always do, pick berries, and I create whatever I create. So we go to craftables. I can make a pick. Oh, being attacked by a Dawa. Being attacked by it's much worse. That sucks. Alright, we got 3 compies. Full level, so I should be able to hopefully. Nope, I gotta run. I'm gonna run down into these dodos I heard earlier. And I'm gonna make those compies attack these dodos. They won't kill the dodos, but they sure as heck won't care about me. They will care way more about those dodos. They're free food to them. At least that is my hope. No, I went and punched them. They're after me and only me. So one of the most important things you can learn to do in this game is run. Run far enough and everything will stop following you eventually. Alright, those compies seem to be no longer worried about me. So, as I was saying, we're going to make everything that's craftable to us. Put the engrams right down here. And by doing that I can push the button and see what I need. I need wood, I need thatch. To do that I gotta go punch a tree. These trees over here in the ground are perfectly fine for that, and I'll use these. You'll see this is actually hurting me. The blue icons on the right side of my screen tell me different things. The top one, the arrow, that's my level of experience. The next one is how much weight I am carrying. The next one down is water, and you can just walk over here and hit E to fill that. The next one down is food. Those will just drop as I work. The next one down is stamina, and you'll see as I attack this tree, I drop stamina, and I also drop health because I'm attacking it with just my hands. This hand thing means that I don't have anything in my hands. I believe. The other one means I'm crafting something, or not crafting, but gathering stuff. So as you can see, I still don't have enough stuff. I need a piece of wood. And I have to keep attacking trees till I get that piece of wood. There's my wood. Make my thing. Sorry about my voice today, guys. I'm a little bit growly. Put that thing into the same place I had this. Now I can either get, more stuff with this over here, or I can use it to attack a stone and get stone and flint this way. And we can look what I need for the torch, and that's wood, flint, and stone. I've got this flint, and we'll attack this to get the wood, and we'll just keep looking for wood around this beach. Stuff on the beach usually is more likely to have thatch than wood, which might make it slower, but right now we know there's some compies up there, and compies are a pack animal, so the more of them there are, the more damage that they do. Frankly, that scares me right this second. We can get the rest of our level simply by gathering berries, and we can use those berries both for food and to tame an animal. So we'll be happy to do that. Once we get our level, see we have places we can put that level: health, stamina, etc. Go over the ones I think are actually important to the starter. Health, you lose health when you get attacked, when you hit something with your hand, when you are suffocating, when you are dehydrated, when you are starving, when you fall. Basically, every time anything negative that happens to you happens to your health. I always put my starter points into health to start. Stamina is, as you saw, every time you're working, you lose stamina. If you're sprinting, you lose stamina. Oxygen has to do with being underwater. It's not important right now. Food and water, you'll leave those stats the same. It's how much pool you have for food and water supply. You're going to lose this anyway, and you'll end up having to pick stuff anyway. Weight is important because the more stuff you have on you, the slower you go. The higher your weight, the more you can carry, and the more you can carry before you get loaded down and go slower. Melee damage is how much damage you do not only with your hands and your weapons, but also with your firearms. It also increases the amount of torpor damage you do, which is important later. Movement speed is exactly what it sounds like. Movement speed, the faster you can go without sprinting, the less stamina you need. It's an excellent starting stat. It's actually what we're going to be putting our points into right now. Health and movement speed. Fortitude is for... There are animals in this game that can poison you and put you unconscious. That's also how you will knock other things out, is via torpor. Fortitude is used to mitigate the effects of torpor. It also supposedly helps with hot and cold, but I have found that it's not worth putting points into this for that need. Crafting speed is what it sounds like. It speeds up crafting. It also increases the chances of you making a better item. It's not really worth it for a person trying to survive. So for now, we're going to put our point into health. See, that gives us, we have 8 points. We have about 20 points worth of stuff we can learn. I'm going to learn these two right now. The hatchet and the campfire. I'm going to save my other points. The spear is good. I have other ways of getting it. The armor isn't that great right now. It's not going to really help us with anything. We might as well grab the thatch foundation. Well, we can't actually. We can't do it to the next level. We will need this thatch foundation later, but we won't make the rest of the house. It's not worth making the rest of the house. Thatch breaks very, very easily, but we need the thatch foundation to place certain other items later on in the game. Alright, so what do? We do the same thing we just did. Create the items that we just learned. So we're going to learn the hatchet. We're going to learn the campfire. We're going to create those. To make the hatchet, we need a piece of wood. To get the piece of wood, right now, we use our pick because it's all we got. Later on, we'll use the hatchet. The pick gets more thatch, the hatchet gets more wood. The pick gets more flint, the hatchet gets more stone if you hit a rock. You can also add the rocks very simply by simply picking them up off this beach. All these rocks here, all these small ones, if I have no tool in my hand, I can pick those up. And that's really useful later on. Because we're going to need a whole bunch of rocks for this. We need 16 rocks. I've got plenty around me. So let's go ahead. Pick them up. You'll notice I'm sticking to this beach area. Beaches are, in general, safer than the interior parts of the island. It's also, though, that we know those compies are right over there. Here comes that compy. That compy is now by itself, has no teammate. Which means I have a much better chance of killing it. Which we're going to go ahead and do. And we're going to get the hide off of it. The raw meat also has a great value to us. Here comes the next compy. Because these chose... Oh, this is 84. This is not so great. But these are do very little damage when they're by themselves. So we're going to go ahead and kill this guy and get XP. Show up. We have a pretty good chance. He's running. I've done some good damage to him. Bye, Mr. Compy. In a pack, with 3 of them together, they will attack much harder and do not, under any circumstances, try to fight them. You'll see as I did that, my weapon turned red. That's because I was breaking my weapon. Alright, so what else do we need for our fireplace? We need a couple more stone, which we'll get right here. And we need more wood, which we can get. Now that we know out of the 3 compies there's only 1 left, if it's even alive, get our stone right here. Alright, we got enough stone. Build our fireplace. And you can build these campfires and put them anywhere. I suggest you put them in places where you'll be able to see them later, because they're reusable as long as a dinosaur doesn't come to by and break them. So I like to put them near the beach where I might see them again. And we can get some wood right here. Put in that fire. You can burn wood, thatch, spark powder, or angler gel in the fire. We're going to go with what we can get right now, which is wood. Wood creates charcoal. We already got another level. Again, health. We got a whole bunch of stuff we could pick up right now. I'm going to suggest you only pick up this foundation right now. There's other stuff at level 5 we really want. I would really skip the armor. There's other ways to get the armor. We're going to put our meat on the fire. We're going to hold on to our berries right now. We want to use those for taming later. And we're going to get ourselves some more meat by killing us some dodos. Dodos don't do any, don't attack back. So if it can be a level 120 dodo, you can kill it. And your pick gets more meat than it does hide, even though it didn't look like it in there. There's not much food on a dodo. So we'll cook this meat. Get ourselves this cooked meat. You put that right on your bar. The meat will gain me both health and food, which is why we're using meat. You can eat the berries too, but the berries only give you back 1 food and no health. The meat gives you back 20 food and some health. So it's easy to get. I'm going to show you another place to get this and to get quick XP. That's a little more dangerous. Right now we're going to stick with these dodos because they're easy to kill. They run. You kill them. Every time I kill them I get XP. Pretty cool for everything. For us, not so much for them, but for us. There's the other compy right there. It's got friends. We're going to back up. That compy's got friends. It's stuck on that wood. We're going to say, screw you, compy, and go this way. 5 cooked meat is a full belly. if you're wondering. So we don't need the charcoal. We're going to carry a little bit of wood on us, a little bit of flint, a little bit of stone, a little bit of everything. Just a tiny bit. You don't carry so much you're weighed down. Because we need to be able to fix our weapons, guys. Whenever we want to, we need to be able to repair them. It's really important you keep your weapons repaired at all times. Because you never know when something's going to come and attack you. So, we've got our weapons. We've got a little bit of food. Enough to get our belly full again. Now I want to show you another way to get food. This way is dangerous. Do not go into deep water. There are piranha and sharks in deeper waters. Always pick places that are very shallow to cross water. I cannot express how important that is. You know what? We're going to go right after that. I got a little bit of food. I have a way to gain back some health. We're going to go try to kill that compy. One's stuck on the tree. Why not? Every time I kill a compy, I get XP. Here it is, see? It's right there. It's fairly safe for me to attack because it can't move. Oh, now it can. It's running. It's already damaged. It's a new thing, by the way. Everything runs away. Makes it a lot harder to trap stuff. Alright, we killed the compy. Same deal. Use it for meat. I've already almost gained another level just by killing this stuff. Killing is pretty much the fastest way to gain levels. Crafting gains you levels. Gathering gains you levels. But killing gains you the quickest XP as far as I am concerned. We saw 3, we killed 3. Thought there might be another one because it said +1. There isn't. We'll grab some more food, some more wood while we're here, and we'll move back to our fire and cook our meat. We're also going to build another campfire. Now, I don't have to put the engram back on my bar. You'll see there's that little shadow there. I can make another campfire with that. We're going to because we know we're moving. You know, we're near the water. Stay in the shallows. And we'll grab this last couple pieces of meat. When we're out here in the wilds, we want to leave our food down. You saw my food was really, really low. You want to leave your food down around half or even a little bit lower if you can. Don't ever fill it all the way up when you're starting the game. And the reason for that is really simple. If your food is full, you cannot gain health off of your meat. So keep your food part way down. I made the mistake earlier of eating everything. Oh, there's an egg. We'll pick that up too. An egg in the early... You can save eggs. They're very useful in the later game. In the early game, they're a way to get back stamina. They have a food value. And again, you know, I'm going to get this health up quickly to about 150. Then I'm going to start putting points into movement speed. And now we're at level 3. Still can't get to this mystery item that I really want. It's a slingshot. Once we get the slingshot, we'll be good to go. Putting out the fire. I'm leaving the wood on the fire because I want the ability to come back here and use it if I need to. What do we need for our fire? Well, we need a flint and we need a couple thatch. If you remember from earlier, I said flint from stone. I think this is a breakable stone. When you're up against a cliffside like this, most of the cliffside is not going to be breakable. Has sort of this rounded look. The parts that have a sharper look are generally breakable. So there's my flint. I just needed one. And I'll pull the thatch off of this tree right here. And again, it's XP. And as I walk, I'm going to gather these berries. And this fiber. No matter what anybody tells you, hold on to every little bit of fiber you get. And gather stone right now. I'm going to gather like 50 stone. You're saying, what? That's crazy. It's going to be your ammunition really, really soon. Just keep gathering berries. You're going to need the berries really soon. And as you're gathering, you're gaining levels. As you're doing all this other stuff, you got to keep your eyes open, man. You got to keep your eyes wide, wide, wide open. Because even though I know for a fact this is generally a really safe area, that doesn't mean there's not something here that can kill me. I'm level 3. Everything can kill me. See that guy over there? That's a dino. That's one of the easiest things in the game to kill. And that can kill me. It's got a buddy right over there, if you see the other one. The reason I can see this stuff from so far away, I'm going to move a little further away, is because in options, I have my view distance set to epic. No matter what else you have to change here to keep your FPS up, keep your view distance as high as possible. Because that's going to save your ass. Everything else is about the pretties. View distance saves your ass. You want to see the dinosaurs before they see you. Because I see these, I can avoid them. I really don't want to mess with dinos. They're not horrible. They probably won't kill me, but I want to go after something a bit nastier right now. I can make this campfire, so I'm going to. That's going to give me XP. You see that little bit of XP just went up on the right? And it's going to give me the chance to cook more meat, which I'm going to need really soon. There are places in the game that have shallow water, and those shallow water places can be very useful to you. Here's a dinosaur trying to eat a body. You'll see, so far it's ignoring me. I want to show you what to do with Sarcos, though. So I'm going to say, hi, Mr. Sarco. These little trees right here, they trap certain dinosaurs. You'll see that guy right there is nicely trapped. He's going to take a long time to move around those trees, and I can just keep moving between the trees. I can eat his duck if I want to. I'm going to eat your duck. Oh, he's through the tree. I can get through much faster than him. So I can keep away from a Sarco pretty much forever. And if I see some other dinosaur that I think can tank a Sarco, I can use it to help me kill this, even though it's not my dinosaur. Anyway, this is how you play hide and go seek with a Sarco. You'll see these in a lot of the beach places in the game. You'll even see these in the ice zone. They don't... Early game, they're nasty. They're really nasty in the water. They move really, really fast. I wanted to use this area for myself to give me XP, but I really can't watch this. He's going to come at us. With him in there, we won't be able to use the fish in here like I wanted to. So we'll move on. If there was a turtle or a trike around here, I would show you a cool trick to pull on Sarcos, raptors, just about anything. We'll kill the dinos. We know they're here. A big surprise to us when we see them. Got our axe out because it does the most damage. Look at the base damage chart to get an idea. The axe does almost as much damage as a spear and doesn't break. Spears are throwable with a break. The one biggest thing to remember with these is they spit. So the first thing you want to do is move sideways. As a matter of fact, you want to move sideways as long as you can. This is where movement speed would have been really handy, right? These are already slow. I can pretty much... It's the reason that the dino isn't a alpha predator on this island. They're really slow. Even though they're small and they can move around pretty well, they're not going to catch up to you if you just simply move. I can get away from these. As a matter of fact, I'm going to. Nothing really to learn from them. And while I'm running, while I'm doing my card, I'm going to pick berries. I'm going to keep my head on a swivel and keep looking around. You know, oh, what a pussy, I ran away from stuff. Of course I ran away from stuff. I'm level frickin' 3. I don't have very many hit points. I don't have armor. I don't have a weapon to speak of. I got a, like, the dinkiest weapon in the game. I'm not messing with anybody if I don't have to. Over there, you see that guy over there? That's even worse. That's a raptor. That will almost certainly kill you in the early game. You want to stay away from anything that's fast moving or fast attacking. You don't have a defense against that. So we would much rather go towards these dinos, which we have a pretty decent chance of killing, than those raptors. Right now we have a food pool that's halfway. So I feel like I have a good chance of killing this dino, even if I take that spit in the face. Alright, so this is down. I want the hide off this for right now. There should be a second one, and depending on the level, we should be able to take him too. We hardly took any damage. We got really lucky. He got eaten by the Sarco over here. It's not that I don't worry about the Sarco. It's that I know an easy way to avoid it. Alright, here we go. We got a tank. We've got a tortoise right here. Let's see what level the tortoise is. It's not going to attack us. Carbonemerus. Not going to attack us. Unless we attack it. These are a damage soak. They're a really good but slow tank. Level 76. This guy's going to have an easy time with the Sarco. So, what we're going to do is taunt the Sarco out of this pool. Now, that's a little bit of a risk on my part. I'm going to find a clear path. I'm going to find a clear path where I know the Sarco can walk through, so right here. And I'm going to taunt his ass out of there. Looks like I got a dino in the way too. The Sarco saw me way before the dino, which is perfect for our purposes. He's faster than me, slightly. Just slightly. We're going to run him directly into that tortoise. Come on, buddy. Oh, he's in a... Uh-oh. This is hidden water right here. He got to move really fast. Gonna taunt him into this tortoise right now. And he will attack the tortoise because I haven't done any damage to him. Now they're fighting each other. I can walk behind this and start whacking away at this guy. And run. If he turns, I can run. Just remember, you want to do damage. You want to be the one to get the final kill if you can. But you really also do not, under any circumstances... Oh, he's leaving. He's taking a lot of damage. He's running away. Amazing. Okay. I don't know why he's running, but we'll take advantage of that. He didn't take anywhere near as far as I'm concerned. All right, now he's pissed at me. But he'll go after the guy who's closest to him. I'll just whack away again. At his end here. Try to get the... I got a way faster attack. See, I got the attack. I gained almost an entire level by doing that. As a matter of fact, I gained the entire level. I have a dead Sarco to eat. Chop this guy up. There's two kinds of meat you can get off of Sarco. You can get raw meat, and you get prime meat. If we get a piece of prime meat, it could almost be worth trying to find those compies again, because they can only be tamed with prime. And they might be good for us later on. Anyway, we got a level. We're going to go again to here. We've got our chance at the slingshot. We're going to learn the slingshot absolutely. We're also going to learn the mortar and pestle, the spark powder, and the narcotic. Why those items? The slingshot helps us tame animals and helps us defend ourselves. Mortar and pestle and these items are for fast XP. The very first thing we are going to do absolutely is create this slingshot. We're going to get ourselves some wood. And usually I don't chop down the little trees because they're our friend later. But right now, we're going to get ourselves some wood. Craft ourselves a slingshot. And you can put these... I have places I put them on my bar, but you can put them wherever. Since I almost had the materials, I didn't bother putting the engram down here. I'm also going to craft this mortar and pestle, but I'm going to craft this in a slower manner because it requires a ton of rocks. Oh, and also, guys, we're going to get this thatch foundation. Oh, we're not. We don't have the engram points to do so. Next level, we'll get the thatch foundation. It's actually dumb of me to take the spark powder over that. Alright guys, so we have a slingshot. Let me show you why that's so great. It's a ranged weapon. It's a ranged weapon we can use to knock something out. Remember, this guy's going to raise his little frill and spit. There, he's down. Don't shoot anymore, he's down. We can actually tame this guy. He's not a great thing to tame, but he's here. Why not? Now to tame something, this is a carnivore, you tame him with raw meat. You tame with narcotics. We got a ton of raw meat off the Sarco. We could have, now that we have a slingshot, we could even tame something like a Sarco. Although they're slow, and as you know, they get stuck on rocks. So I actually would rather use them as a resource than as a tame. The dilos are slow, and but they have a blind, which is sort of nice. And they can be used, if I'm in trouble, I can have them attack something. And I can just run away, because frankly, I don't care. I don't care if this thing lives or dies. I'm trying to get berries now. And the berries I'm interested in are these black ones. Those are narco berries. They're used to make narcotics or to raise this torpor number right here. Each time I put a berry in, he gains 5 torpor. How do you know how much further you have to go with this tame? Well, you can see the top bar is unconsciousness. We've just made that full. And the bottom bar is taming, and that taming bar is already at a third. Food is very low. We'll eat 1 meat. We will not eat 5. We will not fill our food. And we're going to keep picking these berries, and the berries we're really interested in are the purple ones and the black ones. You're pretty much picking these berries for the rest of your lives until you get something you can ride. That allows you to harvest berries. You are now a sharecropper, or migrant labor. If you ever wondered what migrant labor is like, it's like this, but with back pain. Hear that? There he is, near us. We use our slingshot, even though he's close. We use our food to raise our own health back up, we can actually probably grab ourselves a second one of these right now, or not. Or I mean, it's up to us. I don't think this thing's going to need all that food I put on it. So we'll grab half this food, and this guy's already almost tamed. We'll grab half this food and put it on this one, and start taming this one. This isn't my normal first tame, but honestly, I'll take anything now that I know a raptor's in the area. I need something that will protect me from that raptor. They are fully, completely disposable creatures for us. And by the way, I messed up. I should have heard that dino coming in. There's no good reason for that. We'll repair our axe. I naturally assumed we wouldn't see anything because I was standing here. Dinosaurs do not spawn where you are standing. However, they're perfectly happy to drop from the cliff above us or walk in behind us, which is probably what happened with this guy. Right? It's important that we continue to gather rocks. I can do that with my hatchet right now. You know, even though I need the hatchet for other things, I also really need this stone as a weapon. And I'd like to have about 30 to 50 stones on me at all times. Consciousness is dropping. Put a few berries. We're going to need more meat. Oh, we might be alright. But one of the great places to get meat is right next to us. We're going to leave our little dillo friend behind us right now. And hope to hell that we don't see our other buddy. Great place to get meat and a great place to get XP is this pool. Any kind of low pool like this. Now there is a big danger in this kind of pool, and that is piranha. And so you have to just sort of dip your feet in. Just dip your feet in. Fish that comes flying at you is a piranha, and you gotta run. Run, run, run. Alright, you got the piranha all up nice and close. Now you can kill them without them killing you because they can't reach. As long as somewhere with low water, you can taunt these guys too. They won't hit you. Once you got these, once you've got these gone, get me. Damn it, I didn't run fast enough. That's on me, guys. I have to come back now. This is a high risk, high reward idea that I'm showing you. Because piranha hit very, very hard, as you just saw. But they're also easily trickable as long as you're in shallow water. Don't ever run your stamina all the way down if you can help it, because you're going to need that sprint badly often. And we know where we taunted. We know where we taunted these guys. I don't know why they're over there. I guess we ran this way. That's my mistake. Got all my stuff. I do have a little bit of meat. Oh, it looks like our second guy tamed up anyway. We're gonna drop these for ourselves that campfire again on a beach in an easy place to see it. We're gonna put the meat that we've gathered, again the wood, in the campfire and let her rip. Gets us more food. Gather ourselves up some more wood. And again, I'm going to show you again this high risk, high reward thing. We're going to try to kill those. Well, why the hell are you doing that? There's like 9 other ways you can get XP. Because once you've got this place thinned out, it is an awesome place to get food and to get XP. Really easy early XP right here. Let's go kill off the last couple piranha. The big mistake I made was I came in at the wrong angle. I didn't go. We want to go somewhere where the water's very, very low, like right here. Taunt your piranha. Actually, this one. If the piranha's already in the low section, just kill it. See, I'm in. They can hit me. It can hit me. See. Gotta taunt your piranha out without it killing you. I got some health. I can kill it. There's a lot of piranha this time. It's gonna take a while for me to clean them all out. And I'm clearing this thing out and getting myself a whole pool of non-aggressive fish that I can use as a food source. I don't think anything else is going to attack me. You'll find out real soon if I'm right. But I can attack these. They'll run away. I can walk right over to and kill the entire pot. Getting myself a whole bunch of XP. And a whole bunch of food. I'm just going to gather up some XP, some hippos. These are also an animal that don't fight back. Now, I could tame this. Right now, I could tame this and use it as either a mount or a really bad fighting unit. They're an early mount, but I'm gonna not bother. See these bugs over my head here? They won't go after the fish, but they sure as heck after that land animal if I kill it. Our 150 mark, really, a late game mark for that is 450, but early on 150 is great. XP is partially done on level, so the animal you're killing. And we'll go ahead and throw this wood in the fire. We'll throw out all this charcoal, take the meat we already made, throw this wood in the fire, and we will cook it up. I will walk away. I mean, we've got enough food right now to explore a bit. Next thing you need to see is how to get these guys to follow you. There's a few different ways. You can walk right up to them and do follow. You can hit T, follow, Y to unfollow, J for everything to follow you, Y for everything to unfollow you. And then you should set these keys for yourself. You want to set attack my target, all neutral, and all passive. Those are going to be very important later on. You can also do single target just by continuing to hold down T. You can get a whole list of things you can do. But you want to set those on your quick bar. I have them set to F1 through F3. It doesn't really matter what you set them to. And since we're going to be moving out, we'll grab whatever meat is here and start going. I'm going to go this way. There's a specific target I want with my new 1D2 weapon here, my slingshot. I'll sometimes make two of these, by the way, because they break really, really easy. You want to keep them repaired as much as possible. Remember I said try to keep just a little bit of stuff on you. It means you can repair on the fly. I made the mistake of not doing that, or either that or I used it already. Keep all your weapons repaired. You don't know when you're going to need them. You don't want them to break in the middle of a fight. I know I've said that already once. You're saying, hey guy, you're repeating yourself. There is a freaking reason I'm repeating myself. This is important stuff. So we're going to head off the sunset, keeping our eyes open, and looking for one more animal that gets stuck in these trees. And that's called the trike. While we're doing that, we're going to pick up berries on the way. We're going to end up feeding those berries to the trike. It's an herbivore. You can also use these turtles right here. You saw me use a turtle as a tank, but they are super slow, and I don't want to use a super slow animal. If I have to, the new changes, a turtle might be the only good choice. I turn the light shafts off, which makes it easier to see in this game. That setting for that is R dot shafts 0. This turtle's stuck. This turtle is an easy take. Every turtle in the world is an easy take. You simply walk backwards and use your slingshot to get them. We're going into dangerous territory as soon as we take a right on this beach. We might have to, we're going to make sure these two I think are an attacking target. I'm going to put them on neutral for now, so that they attack something that attacks me, but not something that is not attacking me. If I can get something stuck and I can attack it, I don't have to put them on passive, and I can continue to use them as a defender. A really bad defender, but a defender nonetheless. I'm going to put them on attacking target right now. And we'll punch this dodo and send them after it. Get them some XP. And some food. They need to eat too. Really, really dangerous. Once you pass about here, you're in the danger zone. Stuff will come to kill you. Big stuff. I've seen, there's another Sarco right there, for instance. Now that's not that dangerous because it's walking around on land. It's actually running away for some reason. I think we're going to kill it again. I'm going to kill the running Sarco. The running Sarco to a tree. We're going to send our dinos after it. We can just use this to do that. And since it's running, it may not even attack our guys. If it does, it's going to wreck them. It can help. Just make sure you shoot somewhere your guys aren't. Ooh, it could have hit off on me. That's why I got this food. It's big. I'm surprised it's not killing our dinos. Oh, it's trying to. It's trying to kill us. Ooh, it did kill us. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is just me getting way too froggy. I'm a little bit... I've played this game a lot, so I think I can get away with things. And my disposable heroes just died to that Sarco. Which means that to get my things back, there's a really good chance I'll have to lock myself in a tree. It's still running. It's still running for some reason. So, because of that, hopefully it ran away from my body. It did. They seem to have... That's the body of one of the other guys. There's my stuff. It's moving my way again. I don't know what's up with Sarcos now, guys. They didn't used to run away like this. But hey, if he wants to run, I'm all for it. Sarcos get stuck. I've got this guy really hurt. I want the XP for killing a level 96. I'm going to try to stick him in the trees again. Oh, he's running again. He's weird. He's confusing me, guys. If he wants to run, I'm perfectly willing to shoot him from distance. The bow and the slingshot are loading weapons. So you want to hold them till you see your arm shake a little bit. That means you're getting max damage. There is another creature over there on the left. You see that tail moving back and forth? That's a stego. Since it's just sitting there, I mean, I can just gather more rocks and hit it again. Take advantage of this stuff. There is no reason not to. You're not cheating the game. I honestly, guys, I should at least have to stick this guy in a tree. I don't really get what's going on with this. This is a new development where they are just super fraidy cats. And Sarcos can have goodies on them. I really should have backed off earlier, guys, and just let the dinosaurs handle this. He's not attacking. He wasn't really attacking them. Even if they died, I didn't care. The whole idea of dinos for me was what we just saw. Alright, so we got him dead. Got a level. Probably a little bit more. He doesn't have anything on him, but he does have, as usual. I'm going to try to get hide mostly. Hide and meat. Take some meat. We do have, remember, a fire full of meat back there. That meat's going bad as we do this other stuff, but we've got enough on us to keep us alive right now. The next thing we want is this fella. He's great. He's pre-stuck. I think he's stuck. He's not moving. He's good level. He is in a dangerous little spot to tame because we can't see anything. But he's exactly what we're looking for. He's the tank. He's a tank of our dreams. So let's go ahead and up our movement speed. We're going to up our movement speed now to about 130%. We're going to split it between movement speed and health for a bit, and then we might add some DPS later. Right now we can deal with the DPS we have. Our DPS is going to be assisted by our dinosaurs, so we don't really need to worry about it as much. These places where you're running around rocks are the best places to die. Just remember that. Anytime your field of view is occluded, you're taking a risk. One of the first things you want to do in a tame situation is clear your field of view, although I usually wouldn't do that up front. You also want to make sure your weapon is not only repairable, but that you have enough stuff to repair it twice. A really good chance something like this will break, so you know you get enough stuff on you to do that repair. If the guy's stuck like this, as long as nothing breaks him out, he's not going to attack us. He's an herbivore. If he does attack, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble if he's not stuck. But that's not a problem. We have all these little trees, and even the sideways tree there to stand on if we get in trouble. We want berries, we want the black ones, and we want the purple ones for this. Also, the red ones aren't bad for this. This is the dinosaur we wanted to get when we got our slingshot. This is what we were after. The other guys are just the target of opportunity to be used to die. You might have seen right over there, there's another one of these. 2 as a matter of fact. That's excellent. I don't mind at all the idea of getting more than one. My normal target number is 3. Right, so this is a level 60. That's a pretty nice start. I don't mind that at all. I'm thinking it'll take 60. Let's go ahead and start doing that. Alright, he is for sure stuck. You want to count to 5. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. This is interesting. He's fleeing. They really added that flee mechanic at a very early point. The flee is a problem because that breaks them out of the tree in some situations, which makes this tame harder. And early on, when you're running around your tighty whities, you want the easiest tame you can get. Tank, and even if it's not a tank anymore, it's a good way to carry things. We've already got everything to fix that slingshot because we weren't dumb. And even if it breaks on us, you can repair it on the fly simply by hitting the number on the quick bar that it is. Broke. We hit this. We're in a little bit of trouble here, guys. I've done a lot of damage to this. It's still not down. It really should go down any minute now or it's going to die. It's really starting to look bad. I have to slow down my hits. If it died, oh, there it goes. There it goes. We got it. Got it. It's got great health. It's got good everything else, and we're going to feed it the berries. Purple first, then everything else. And then after you do this, you have to spend the rest of your day collecting the blackberry. Keeps this torpor up. Go start doing that immediately. You're just going to gather berries and gather berries and gather berries and gather berries. You're going to gather berries until you lose your mind completely. And supposedly these thinner ones here, the one I'm picking right now, has more fiber than berries, but as you saw, it didn't really matter. It didn't do anything. It's the same. It's actually the opposite of what I was saying. So people say that, but I don't really believe it. This guy here, the stego, is also stuck. But it's a long tame. Even at level 12, it's a long tame. It's very slow, and although it has a great deal of health and a very nice knockback, its speed is a big issue for us. You know, we don't want to be. We're stuck at the speed of our animals. You'll be moving however fast your animals move. So that's why I picked the trike as my starter. It can almost move as quickly as I can. It makes the wait worth it. And all I'm going to be doing for the next however long this takes is exactly what I'm doing now. I have to stay by this guy to defend him. I lost my mini defenders. If I leave, there's a very good chance that something will spawn on his face and kill him. I know I said that this is a fast way to start the game. It is. There's probably a faster way to do this that is even riskier. I mean, my method is medium risk, high reward. You do have to spend some time taming a few animals to make it work that aren't carnivores. Carnivores are generally faster. You do tame some things that aren't carnivores. Oh, that reminds me, guys. It's time to make this Dash Foundation. While we're taming this guy, We want to craft the thatch foundation. We want to craft ourselves that mortar and pestle if we just need a billion more stone. This will take a little bit of time, and we can use this time to do other things. You don't have to just sit here and wait for this guy to tame up. Drop that thatch foundation right next to his face. And we're going to gather ourselves a billion rocks. And remember I told you earlier, we want to clear our sight lines. It's actually really important that we clear our sight lines of these stones. So this is a great time to gather stone from rocks. These rocks are in our way. We know there's things like dinos and raptors here. Heck, I know for a fact there are even bigger things here. And yeah, this hasn't been a perfect, I've died a few times. You might have noticed, I simply don't care. I fully do not give a crap if I die. Why? Because I'd rather get faster XP. And if I died in a highly dangerous position, I could not get my stuff back. Big whoop. What did I have? I had an axe, a pick, and a torch, and that's it. Maybe a campfire. Maybe my things are fast. I can get everything back. Nothing I make in the early game is impossible to get back quickly. The hardest thing to get back would be this mortar and pestle, which we just made. We're going to place right here on the edge of our platform. Now we're going to take this spoiled meat that we've gotten, and we're going to use that to create some narcotics. Narcotics don't spoil. They're one of the things. There's a comp. What we said about compy. There's just one. They can't hurt you. It looks like this not going to be hurt. I'll just whack it with this. Single compy, not a problem. Single compy doesn't even attack. It has an inventory. No, it doesn't. It's just an unconscious compy. Nope. I don't know what the heck that was about. Anyway, we're going to take our spoiled meat, our narco berries. We're going to go in here and we're going to start making and consume this narcotic. For two reasons. Although it doesn't give us as much narco power, so to speak, as straight narco berries, it gives us a little bit of XP and it doesn't go bad. Secondly, we can carry it. It's lighter weight than the berries. We can carry it a long way. Now it's a race. It's a race between the taming and the narcotics. Can we gather enough narcotics by hand on this one-time single-player server that I put together to keep this guy going? You might play on a server where they have, berries turned up. That's both a blessing in the early game and a real problem later.
Just pick friggin' berries till you lose your mind. Blue, red, yellow, white, they're a bunch of kinds. Watch your hands move as you grind and grind. Look at one black berry to keep down his behind. Rape the forest, denude the beaches, slash and burn everything like berry leeches. You gotta do this over and over again till you tame your frickin' dino friend. Then you know what you gotta do? Start again, 'cause the berries regrew.
See, now it's starting to get cold enough that I'm feeling it. As it gets colder, your need to eat goes up more. Now, it might be worth grabbing some of these extra berries, putting them on your food bar, and instead of keeping your bar so low, get up around the 50% point. 50% is half a stack of berries. I'm not going to use the other food. I don't have that much of it. I didn't make a huge stockpile like I usually do. So I'm going to use a little bit of it. Usually I'd have, 2 stacks of 30. It was bad though, so having a huge amount doesn't do you all that much good. And I do have, we did make more. I said I'm getting cold. Pretty much every time I bend over, I'm cold. See that? It's a change. Used to be you did not get cold like this every single time you bent over. You didn't put away your torch to pick the berry. You realized in the olden days that you had 2 hands. Now your character only has 1 hand and a hook for the left hand. So you can't pick berries that left hand. It's actually just a piece of plastic. Just swats away flies the entire time. I'm fine with having my health up now. Cold reduces our need to keep our health, keep our food down. There's a different danger to worry about. Basically, once they give you cold, danger of starving and hypothermia. Hypothermia will kill you fast. Hypothermia will kill you real fast. So stick to your guns and hold on to that. Hold on to that meat that can raise your health. Hypothermia lowers your. Hypothermia is a big square ice cube. You won't miss it, and it lowers both your health and your food at the same rate, very quickly. It's getting super foggy. We can't see a damn thing in front of us. Means it's, even though we have to go all this distance, it gets harder and harder to remember where our stuff is. Of course, I've been in the same spot for a long time, so I'm not about to forget where the heck I am. Our weight's getting to the point where I'm too heavy. All this fiber will end up on that dinosaur right there, along with the spark powder, possibly the sleeping bag. Anything I don't need for immediate use will end up on that guy. And now it's getting cold enough where I should really just light this fire to keep the cold at bay. And we're so close to tame, guys. We're really getting there. I think we're going to use some of our held back narcotics now. So we really don't have much of a choice. I mean, we've cooked up this area pretty good. We'll use at least one of them. You can see besides some trees, it's a barren wasteland for berries. I've got to take an actual jog to get to berries now. And you can see I'm starting to run really slow. Picking up that rock is actually getting to be dumb. I've got 50. That's a great number for later, but right now I'm taming. I gotta carry all these berries. You may have noticed we've weighed down our dinosaur with like a bajillion of them already. Look how much slower I'm moving. Now it's so cold that even standing right on top of the fire with my torch on, it's too cold. So my food's going to drop quicker. But I have, like I said, we have a stockpile of berries for days. And that level of cold doesn't cause your health to go down. Oh, I'm lying. It does. Very slowly. See, look, our health is going right back up now. Because I simply moved right next to the fire. The insulation from the fire, you'll see it changed. See, now we're at minus 20 hyperthermal insulation. The closer you are to that fire, the closer you are to 50 hyperthermal insulation from the fire. And I think we gain another 20 or 30 from our torch. And you can hit H, and you can see how cold it is. It's 2 degrees right now. Just cold. Move away, turn off our torch. We're in hypothermia. That's hypothermia right there. The dino comes with us as soon as he wakes his butt up. So we'll start dropping stuff on him that we want him to carry. He should wake and like one more eat. We have to feed him one of our narcotics. We want to watch that real carefully. Basically everything we don't need to personally carry to fix goes. Again, early game, man. Early game. He's disposable. Keep your narcotics on you. You can keep some berries on you to keep that food eat at bay. I just ate the wrong thing. Damn. But you now we need to break him off the tree that he was stuck to, which, believe it or not, even though it doesn't look like it, was this one right here. You might hit him. Try not to. And we can ask him to come close to the fire, so we don't die while we check out his stats. 1500 health. Very low melee, 175.7. These are the stats that were nerfed. This guy would have had about 2500 health and about 400 melee damage if the stats hadn't been nerfed. But these stats are high enough to help us. And the next time around, I'll show you how well he does in doing that. For now, we're going to wait till it's daytime. Sure or not, guys. It's, you know, we're not going to die. I have the food. I have this guy. We're going to take our stuff and run. Deal with our hypothermia. Come on, buddy. Let's get the hell out of here. You already know he'll get stuck on stuff, so you want to walk where he's not going to get stuck on stuff. I'm just going to put this stuff on me for right now. And look, there's another one. Another stuck trike right there. And if I had it in me, two actually, had it in me, we could tame these trikes up right now. Male and a female. Our guy is a girl. So we can get the mate boost, which is really important. It's one of the reasons we tame multiples of these, so we get the mate boost. But for right now, hey, I think we've done enough. We've got ourselves in one day up to level 8, which is pretty good. You know, our goal is usually to get 3 trikes, be at level 10 to 15, and be ready to get to the next portion of our journey. But for right now, I think this is good, and we're going to head up this way, because if you remember, we saw very little that was going to hurt us up this way. We ran away in this direction. So we're going to head up this hill, and we're going to log out in this hill. In the real game, in single player like I'm playing, just to show you what to do, the game stops when you log out. Nothing's going to come kill you. In the real game, time continues to move, and that's really important to note. So if you log out in a stupid place, you know, you should have, this whole time you've been doing stuff, you should have really been sort of watching where stuff was. You know, we know there's compies on that beach. We saw them. We know there's dillos. We know there's a raptor way over there. There was. You know, we know that this area up here, when we came through, there was nothing here. We're going to walk. This area has only one point of egress. It's got a cliff on both sides and in the back. We're going to walk way up here to this tree over here, and we're going to log under this tree. Because there's, you know, 3/4 of a less chance of getting attacked. And it's way far away from that forest, which is where most of the danger is going to come from. Anyway, guys, I hope I have shown you at least some of the stuff you should know to start the game. This is how I start. I've done this 5 times. And I hope you enjoy your time in the Ark. Goodbye now.